Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely amazing. We are witnessing a once in a lifetime two-term president. But we are witnessing a once in a lifetime political moment where you have the phony and absurd and fabricated outrage, and I explain in my Jerusalem Post article below that the wonderful and amazing and intelligent Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, what a brilliant human being she is. What she had stated was far more egregious, far more offensive, revisionist history is far more dangerous to the country and to the world than anything Trump has stated, including his recent sentiments, which, by the way, weren't against Twitter policies, which is hilarious. And I explain in my Jerusalem Post article below. I can't even say the whole title because of the YouTube algorithm, all that, but read the article. It's the op-ed in the Jerusalem Post. Extremely offensive. And I've written in the Jerusalem Post other op-eds, or an op-ed in the Jerusalem Post and a Federalist article on the extremely, extremely misguided, offensive, hurtful things that numerous Democrats alongside the wonderful AOC have stated about a country I had my bar mitzvah in. But it doesn't matter if I'm offended. It doesn't matter if you're offended. If you don't think the way the prevailing mentality on the left is, so be it. Not only do you have a president that is driving them into the abyss of madness, they have accused him of working with Russia to buy Facebook ads, which, by the way, a judge just recently stated they can't make those claims anymore, which is hilarious. And just today, yet another win. No more. William Barr ended the whole hush money nonsense. Okay, so Michael Cohen and then Avenatti, all of these people are either in prison or possibly going to prison or failed in every single attempt. Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, Brennan, all of them, Avenatti, Michael Cohen, all of them made allegations, and then you have Pelosi now, you have all these Democrats, you have media, CNN, MSNBC, they have not stopped. You have a billionaire spending tens of millions of dollars trying to impeach Trump, and what happens today? House votes against impeachment effort. This is the Hill. It's unbelievable. They can't even impeach a president they think is a danger to the country. They can't even impeach President Trump. He's the worst president of all time. He's committed impeachable offenses. He stands against our values. He worked with Russia. Emoluments. Oh, that's right. The emoluments case thrown out. And there are other cases, but the precedent is, if there's a precedent where one emoluments lawsuit is thrown out, you better believe the others are going to be thrown out as well. The whole thing is nonsense. Suddenly they care about the emoluments clause. You have literally a graft machine, a graft bribery machine. The Clintons are like, we just got several million from Uranium One, and oh, what a coinkydink. What a coincidence. President Obama's administration didn't veto the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. UBS, Boeing, weapons deals, we can go on forever. It's an overt money laundering racket, but that's the definition of what? $1 million? We learned from the campaign emails. $1 million for Bubba Bill's birthday. Doesn't everybody get $1 million for their birthday? I'm just an ordinary American getting $1 million from a foreign country for my birthday. What is? House votes to prevent impeachment effort against Trump. The House on Wednesday voted 332 to 95. They control the House. Not only have they not passed the Medicare for All bill, not only are all the people who don't like me on the left stating Medicare for All, man, yeah. Well, you got your wonderful representatives in Congress, and you told people to vote Democrat. Where's the bill? They own the House. I thought it's so feasible. I thought it's so easy to implement. And I'm kind of referencing people who just don't like me, not the ones there are people on the left, YouTubers that I definitely respect and I think they're awesome. There are some who, whatever, who cares what they think of me. But the hilarious part is they continue to tell their viewers, yes, Medicare for all is around the corner, and da-da-da. They're not voting on Medicare for they control the House. They can simply pass the bill. Democrats have no desire. They have no intention of passing Medicare for all. They talk a big game with impeachment. Now, Congressman Al Green did his job as a Democratic congressman. If you're a Democrat and you don't vote to impeach Trump, and I say this as a Trump supporter, he's a great president, best president of my lifetime. Okay. Far better than President Obama. Just ask the people of Libya. If President Trump does nothing at all, if he doesn't destroy a nation, a country, the way Bush and President Obama did, he'll be a much better president than both of them. That is just, if he doesn't do anything at all. But now we have record low unemployment, record low Black and Latino unemployment. We have wages are up finally. We have 1,300,000 more job openings than workers to fill them. GDP that's better than expected, continuing the economic, the increase in economic output. The economy is growing. People were saying, there's going to be a recession, There hasn't been a recession, and it's not. There's 500,000 manufacturing jobs created. You don't get a recession. You get a recession when your economic growth is based on either the stock market or a real estate bubble. There's no bubble now. Unemployment is low because the economy is moving. There are things that he did that worked. He's the president. If the economy wasn't growing, they would say it's his fault. But they don't say it's his fault. The economy is moving and growing. But I mean, all you hear is the hyperbole. All you hear is the gloom and doom, and the issue. The hilarious issue is that when they're offended, everyone has to be offended. When they're not offended, when they offend, nobody has to be. You just have to take a context. Oh well, all about the Benjamins. Oh, well, there's a context. No, there's a reason. There are many reasons. There are many. We can go on forever. Look. If you believe that this country is at its worst point ever, you're a Democrat. Now, Trump's latest political message is a hilarious message, and it's not rooted in race, because people of all different backgrounds, ethnicities, skin colors, national origins get the concept. It's a crude, rude, and uncouth concept. Okay? You even heard liberals say, I'm moving to Canada if Trump wins. So, really quickly, they failed. They're even inept at treachery. They didn't impeach Trump today, which is hilarious because they were saying they were going to impeach Trump forever. So which one is it? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I have a wonderful P226, a 6-hour P226 segment on HA2A, which I will be transitioning to an anti-Trump derangement syndrome channel, which will be an extension of my website that will help you defeat anyone who has Trump derangement syndrome. You will love the website. Every ridiculous claim. He said both sides were equal and there were fine people who were this. No, never. I completely debunked that. Oh my God, he worked with Russia. No. Debunked all of that. Any claim you can make, foreign policy is, foreign policy is great. So any claim he can make, he obstructed justice. No, didn't obstruct justice. But anyway, that will be So subscribe to HA2A. It's my channel in the pinned comment, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely subscribe. My latest segment is a segment with a P226. The prior one was a P220 Elite 6 hour, and it's awesome. I think I'll upload the latest segment a little after this segment. But ladies and gentlemen, let's just type in moving to Canada if Trump wins. Okay, so 20 stars. So like, oh my God. Did you hear what he said about telling people to... Okay, 20 stars who pledged to flee the country if Trump was elected. Where are they now? And then it's, will Lena Dunham really move to Canada? Is Amy Schumer packing her bags for Spain? Here's the post-election update. These are 20... Whoopi Goldberg, Snoop Dogg, Miley Cyrus, George Lopez, Raven Simone, Amy Schumer, Cher. I mean, she said she's moving to Jupiter, so. Samuel L. Jackson. If that, you know what, becomes president, I'm moving. Okay, so. Bryan Cranston, Lena Dunham. Lena Dunham said, I know a lot of people have been threatening to do this, but I really will. I know a lovely place in Vancouver. Okay, well, Trump's telling you to go. Trump's telling everyone to go. It has nothing to do with most of these people are white. Nev Campbell. Wow, he's at 90 stars. Okay, Barbara Streisand. He has no facts. Oh, this is the Clinton supporter. Great. By the way, Clinton's running again. Do you not think that all of these celebrities will instantly vote for Clinton and push everyone they know to vote for Clinton again? She's running again. Tell everyone you know that Hillary Clinton, God bless her, will be the Democratic nominee, not just running again. She'll be the Democratic nominee in 2020. A couple things. One person said in my last segment, and I love my comment section, and I love everyone in there. One person said, didn't she promise 2 years ago that she'd be arrested and locked up? No, never said that. Clinton, I said, will eventually be indicted. And when she was in 2016 and they were actually, I had no clue that there was an actual cover-up, anyone else would have been indicted. I never said locked up and I never said arrested. If anything, even after being indicted, she'd probably, I have stated numerous times that I think Trump would actually pardon her. But anyway, if she were to be indicted, she wouldn't be treated like any other American. She wouldn't be arrested. Okay, and she wouldn't be sent to jail the way other people who, when they're indicted or charged with a crime. So I never said locked up or charged. Sorry, you confusing me for, I have stated consistently that she would be indicted for crimes, eventually, inevitably, for crimes that she's committed. In 2016, when she actually committed crimes, and James Comey said, yeah, she committed all of these crimes, but gosh, she didn't mean to do it. She had top secret and special access program intelligence. She didn't mean to do it. Okay, I had the pulse of what was going on, and it was an overt cover-up. We found that out now. And I wrote about this in the Daily Caller back then. We found it was a cover-up. James Comey and Peter Strzok and Andrew McCabe covered everything up. Anyway, the investigation was a sham. They had consent agreements that said that they couldn't even look at Clinton Foundation emails. And they didn't explain how she was able to transfer top secret and special access program intelligence outside of the United States government onto servers. They never asked that. Onto servers in her basement. We can go on forever. It was an obvious cover-up. Okay, and then the next thing is a wonderful gentleman said, H.A., I mean, it would be really horrible if Clinton ran and she could possibly win. Of course she could possibly win. She would not win, number one. Number two, if she did win, then the United States would very likely learn quickly that another Clinton presidency would be absolutely horrendous. But the point is, Clinton's going to take the Democratic Party down into the abyss of madness, which is what everyone should want Madam Secretary to run. Everyone should want Hillary Clinton to run. She's the antithesis of everything they claim to stand for. So when they rally around Clinton, and when the Democratic Party, there is no Democratic Party. It's an extension of Bill and Hillary. When she runs again and wins easily, it will vindicate everything that I've been saying. There is no political party called Democrats. It's not. It's two people. This is the same joke all over again. It's my extension. Two people who run an entire media and political machine. And all this chaos and division and all this nonsense that's going on right now. Because when they cheated Bernie Sanders, and then they got Bernie to foment the same myth that said that Russia informed the country that he was cheated, the ODNI and DHS reports don't even... the United States government has not and will never confirm with certainty that the DNC was even hacked. And it says that in the ODNI and DHS report, warranty disclaimers are judgments, should not be confused with fact. But when that takes place, when Clinton wins the nomination again and loses, there won't be any more Democratic Party. It'll have to be either completely rebuilt or it'll divide into numerous parties. Very likely it'll be completely rebuilt. And the paradigm of thought that says, oh my God, everything is this, everything is that, how dare you, the outrage culture will go down in flames with it. That's what you need that to take. You want Clinton to run again. You should want Clinton to run again, because she will. And you should want Clinton to become nominee, because if she runs, she controls the party. This is what Donna Brazile talked about. They won't have the old paradigm, the current paradigm that runs things on the left in mainstream will be completely obliterated. You want that to take place, and they're too programmed in their brains and too brainwashed and they're too stupid to realize what would happen. So they'll gleefully run towards the edge of a cliff again. The left thinks they're the smartest people in the room. They're not. They keep losing. They can't blame Russia this time. They'll have to look inward. You know where I'm going. I've spoken about this endlessly. Anyway, Barbara Streisand, Neo, Chelsea Handler. What did Chelsea Handler say? I did buy a house in another country just in case, so all these people that threaten to leave the country and that don't, I actually will leave that country. Well, we're wondering why you haven't. Jon Stewart. I like Jon Stewart. Okay. So you have a whole bunch of Hollywood celebrities who say, so how is that a racial thing? I mean, most of the celebs that I just mentioned were white, and they're like, I'm out of here. Okay, they haven't left yet, by the way. I really will. The stars who didn't move to Canada. So you have Bryan Cranston. I mean, it's just hilarious. A lot of Americans are threatening to move to Canada if Trump wins. They haven't left. If Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada. These are all these different Twitter profiles. Okay, so the hilarious thing is that now they're painting it as, oh my God, how dare you? They haven't left. They promised to leave to Canada. They haven't gone. They promised to impeach Trump. They haven't impeached him. They promised to get him on hush money. They haven't. They promised to get him on emoluments. They haven't. They promised to get him on Trump Russia. They haven't. It's like, we all swore we'd move to Canada if Trump won. This is a Mike These people actually did. There are actually people who did go. My new home. Okay, so let's see. It's a dream come true. These are actually people who did leave. Okay, this is what these people actually did. They go into the places to move if Trump wins. This is different articles, so it's like they bring this upon themselves. This is the Huffington Post, August 2000. If Trump wins, don't move to Mexico. Don't move to Canada. Move to Mexico. And they're actually telling people to move. So it's like, oh my God! Just do a search for this, okay? Oh my God Almighty! My God Almighty! My God Almighty! Ladies and gentlemen, I've cracked the code. I've cracked the code with your help. Oh my God. I want you to know this is therapy for me. Speaking to you, to my amazing viewers, is there. I hope it's somewhat cathartic and the same. We can go. Bryan Cranston considers moving to Canada if Trump wins. 10 celebrities ready to leave. 8 celebrities will be moving to Canada since Trump won. Wait. So did they? Let's see. No, they haven't, unfortunately. Barbara Streisand was in the Jerusalem Post. Okay, I'll move to Australia, Canada if Trump wins presidency. Wait, this is hilarious. October 11th, 2016. $10,000 contest will help you move to Canada if Trump wins. This is so great. Trexit, it's called, Parachute MapQuest's editorial site is holding a contest that will deliver $10,000 to a grand prize winner, along with an abundance of information and guidance about life in Canada. What happened to Trexit? Trump needs to tweet this he needs to tweet about Barbara Streisand leaving. It's like, it's... This is Teen Vogue. 8 reasons to move to Canada if Donald Trump wins. This is in Teen Vogue. You're one reason, Justin Trudeau. Oh my God, of course it's Teen Vogue. These are the 7 reasons. Okay, healthcare, Justin Trudeau. Fewer guns. Oh my God. Oh my God. French culture, Vancouver Island. Saskatoon berries. That's awesome. Oh my God, this is great. Okay, move to. So, 14 stars have vowed to leave. Let's see, share. Natasha Lyonne. Oh no, she didn't say. She just said she might go to a mental hospital. This is hilarious. Not leave the country, but when asked by stars where she might go, she might check herself into a mental hospital. Okay. Al Sharpton said in February he had reserved his ticket to leave if Trump won. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So I think I've made the point. People have already stated, ladies and gentlemen, I cracked the code. People have already stated they were leaving, to begin with, to Canada. Let's see. Let's see. Twitter users threaten to move to Mexico if Trump is elected. This is in 2015. Oh my God. 75,000 tweets where people said Mexico would be their escape from a Trump administration, according to USA Today. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is awesome. Twitter users threaten to move to Mexico if Trump is elected. This is The Hill. September 15, 2015. This is when I was a contributor to The Hill. Okay, Twitter users are most frequently naming Mexico as their country they would move to if Donald Trump wins the White House. An analysis by Luminoso released Tuesday found 75,000 tweets where people said Mexico would be their escape from a Trump administration. The tweets were among 200,000 intent to move. 200,000 tweets. Suddenly, it's a bad thing that, horrible what he said, which was crude. But people were willingly like, I'm out of here. It's like, well, you haven't left yet. You said you'd go. After Mexico, Canada was the second most popular. So this is interesting. You always hear people say, I'm going to Canada. It's really Mexico is like the number one choice. Then the UK came in third. Congrats, my UK viewers. You can get all the people who can't stand Trump. Some 5,800 tweets referenced a move to Alaska, which is part of the United States, which is hilarious. And then 1,500 Hawaii. These are Democrats who don't know that Alaska and Hawaii are part of the United States. This is hilarious. Australia, France, Jamaica, Ireland, Sweden, and Brazil were frequently mentioned destinations. So, this is hilarious. People said they were leaving. And then they're upset with Trump telling people to go. He actually said you can come back and tell us how it's done. So it wasn't really. In the Atlanta Journal-Constitution in 2015 wrote, if Donald Trump wins, what country would you flee to? By Paul Singer, USA Today. Okay, this is a USA Today article by Paul Singer. Here are the top destinations. Mexico in tweets. 75,000 people said that. General, 69,000 said, I'm moving if Trump's elected. Canada, 25,000. Wow, so Canada wasn't even the top destination. United Kingdom, 11,000. Australia, 6,000. Alaska is hilarious. 5,800 liberals who have no clue that Alaska is part of the United States, a state. France, Hawaii, another state. Jamaica, Ireland, Sweden, Brazil. Okay, so this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. So the most hilarious part of all of this is that they always pretend that life was pristine before the latest Trump tweet, and then if you just do like a tiny bit, like a modicum of research, a tiny bit of research, you see that there are celebrities, there are tens of thousands of people on Twitter who has literally said, I am leaving the country if Trump wins. And now Trump is saying, huh? Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Now, he actually said you can come back and show us how it's done. So they leave that part. But of course, there was a resolution instantly condemning Trump to impeach him. Nah, that didn't work out too well. So give me your thoughts below. It's so funny. It's so funny how duplicitous they are, disingenuous they are. And, Twitter. Okay, when Clinton runs, in addition to Twitter, those two things are going to completely obliterate the Democratic Party, which is what everybody should want. Give me your thoughts below. Check out HA2A 6-hour P226. Pretty awesome. The grouping for this one is really, really good. Really good grouping. So check that out. And if you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below in the pinned comment. Your support is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And what can I tell you? Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just, it's kind of hilarious when you find out, you actually find out. So if people say, how dare Trump? People were saying they were going to leave. And I want to thank my new Patreon supporters. Douglas Friedman, thank you so much. Theta Lewis, thank you. Stephen, thank you. Medema, thank you. So thank you so much. Charles Wrench, thank you. Debbie Craig, thank you. Rashim Baskin, thank you. Joe Roddy, thank you. So just thank you to all the just wonderful people. Stormcloud 1950, thank you. Sherry L. Bradstream, thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone. Shannon E. Wolf, thank you. Leslie A., thank you. Scott Mullins, thank you. Just thank you to everybody. You're all wonderful, and I want to just thank you very, 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 very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be interesting. Now, you've seen, this is not, you haven't even seen the beginning of how bizarre all of this is going to be. Give me your thoughts below. Subscribe to HA2A. I'm getting my website up and running soon. Help you defeat anyone who has Trump derangement syndrome. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. If anyone says, well, one rebuttal to, oh my God, did you see what Trump said? He said for people to go back. Barbara Streisand literally said she'd leave the country. And so did all these celebrities and tens of thousands of people on Twitter. So he's kind of just giving them... Basically, Trump's like packing their bags for them. Like, you did say, right? Don't forget your socks. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very, very much. They failed to impeach him, which is hilarious. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.